Anasema now, enough is enough. If you don't play my song, I go die. Anaruka.
I will come down.
Yes, anaruka.
Tumbling down.
Yes. Amekaa pale tu na CD yake. Ikabidi the manager of the studio, wasanii wengine
climbed up.
Hapana, wako pale chini. Wanamwambia no, today we are going to play your song. In fact,
your life is your life.
Yes.
Each one of us was born independent.
Yes.
At its own time.
Yes.
And each one of us will die at our own time.
Yes.
And each one of us have different breaking points.
Yes.
So the way Mr. So-and-so handled his situation is different from how you're supposed to handle your own situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kati Kati Show, where we discuss real issues, real life issues. Yani si maneno tu hivi, but things that are happening in our lives, in your lives right there. And we discuss them together with the super co-host. Super co-host.
Sir Georges.
Ole Mukindis. I go by the name of Eltazim, and you're watching this live on Planet Gym, where everything is green. Remember, to get any topic or get to watch all our episodes, all you need to do is to subscribe to our channel at Planet Gym on YouTube, and make sure that you turn on the notification bell. Kisha turn on, utakuwa unapata kujua do.
Sindi.
Unanifreshaga sana. So Georges, when is it? Ikifika wapi? Is it time to say enough is enough? Not in a relationship, in any situation in a life. Unajua wanasema kwamba kila kitu kikiwa ni too much, kikipita pahali ambapo inafaa kipimo, ukila sukari nyingi imefika ni enough is enough. Unafaa kusema kwa relationship, tuseme umekaa na wife yako, umekaa na dem yako, and you guys are not sorting out anything. You're not being able to resolve anything, you know? But still, one of you wants to hold on to it. When do you guys say that we cannot go beyond this situation? Ni wapi unafikia? Unasema siwezi kuendelea. Because Sir Georges, that is a big problem with the society right now. Unapata mtu amefanya kazi. Ile kazi imemfanya amekuwa ni kama hana maisha. Imemsukuma. Lakini kwa sababu ya pesa. Kwa sababu ya pesa mtu amekaa kwa ile kazi mpaka imemnyonya kabisa. But they can't say enough is enough. Mtu wako ndani ya ndoa amekaa pale sana. Anakuwa mistreated. Anawachwa nyumbani, anafanya mambo mengi, lakini kwa sababu ya love, kwa sababu ya kufanya kwa material relationship, ama ile ndoa isivunjike, mtu anasema enough is enough. So Georges, when do you say enough is enough?
It's never enough until you reach a breaking point. You see, water has boiling points. It will, if you put water under fire, on fire, somehow it will have to boil. And once it keeps on boiling, and once it starts boiling, it evaporates. So what you are trying to ask is, when is it a boiling point, and when is it an evaporating point? So evaporating point is where now you feel you can no longer handle it anymore. And you feel it's no longer possible to continue. And most of the time we die, we are killed, either physically you are killed by your spouse, or health-wise you become sick because you don't want people to understand what you're going through. It's always good to understand that your life is your life. Each one of us was born independently at its own time. And each one of us will die at our own time. And each one of us have different breaking points. So the way Mr. So-and-so handled his situation is different from how you're supposed to handle your own situation. It's for you to know, this is my breaking point. This is my boiling point. And that is when you can say enough is enough.
Sir Georges. There's some people, ushasikia watu wanaulizwa what's your talent? Na hawajui talent zao.
Yes.
Anasema mimi bado sija discover.
Yes.
Someone at home hajui breaking point imefika wapi, ni sangapi, when is it, ni time gani, ule ambaye hajui kabisa kwamba this is enough, I can no longer stay in this relationship, I can no longer stay in this job, I can no longer keep on doing this.
Now, why is it a relationship?
Yes.
Whether a place of work, wherever you talk about, there must be some relationship.
Yes.
Because the relationship of an employee to an employer is work.
Yes.
In the salary.
Yes.
Now, for example, if you are an employee and you don't get your salary, then you need to reach a point you say, I'm no longer going to work again.
Yes.
Now, if you are somebody's spouse, somebody's wife,
yes,
and this person has no respect for you, he will come home, he demands things, beats you up, and you are abused left, center, then you also need to understand that you have no life in that place.
Yes.
And it's not about children, it's not about other people.
Yes.
It is about yourself. If you feel this is the end of myself, then that is when you need to know it's enough.
Sir Georges, to some people,
yes,
enough means taking away their lives. To some people, enough means mtu amejinyonga.
Yes.
Ameingia full mode depression. Sir Georges.
Yes.
Enough kwa watu wengine hawajui how to handle. For instance, I have a friend of mine. Amefanya kazi kwa bank for a very long time. This guy has worked in the bank.
Yes.
He's been there, done it all, seen it, seen different managers. Ikafika mahali kampuni enough is enough. Wewe pia umekaa sana.
Yes.
Redundancy.
You're almost
60.
Almost 60.
Yes. But now the guy ameshafutwa kazi, si kufutwa kazi. Hapo namwambia, okay, you know the company, you know there is a way the companies do it.
Tells you like,
you know,
your services are not required. But
you have been good to us. We love you. We love your family. But right now, you know, we're scaling down. You know, the company is not doing well.
Yes.
Hata kama wanafanya poa, lakini time yako imefika kwenda.
Yes, yes.
Now my friend went to the level, alipopatiwa ile barua ya kwenda, akaenda kwa choo. Akajifungia kwa choo. Akalia. Akana kutoka. Siku ya kwanza. I'm not body. Kama miguu atoki. Watu wamekuja mara kwanza, watu walikuwa wanafikiria jamaa, what's wrong? Has he committed suicide? But the guy refused to get out of those premises. Totally. Alikaa pale for 2 days kwa ile choo. Analia, analament, anasema vile amejitolea kwa hiyo relationship ya kazi, amekuwa hapo, built this company, no, you guys cannot chase me. Amefika paka ikafika point now he's threatening the people, telling people he's gonna take away his lives. And hiyo yote the guy wants to be given an extension letter. Anasema hatoki hapo. Unaona? Hatoki hapo. Now Sir Georges, after 2 days is when that guy alikuja akaambiwa na ile kampuni, okay, hakuna vile tutafanya because HR imeamua. Ikiamua imeamua. Unaenda umejaribu. And finally he got out of that place. We were able to meet up with him, spoke to him, but the guy couldn't move on. Paka, as we speak right now, the guy got into depression, then side alcohol abuse. Wow. You can't see that this guy is the same, you know, banker, the man with the tie, the man with the suit, the man with the briefcase, the man with the future. Amekuwa sasa ni mtu wa kunywa briefcase. Yes. Amekuwa ni mtu wa sumbuana na watu kwa bar, kunywa makeg nini, afya imezorota. So this, we have a problem. How do people move on?
When it comes to employment,
yes,
it's important for each one of us to know that we were not born in that company. Just like you are employed. When the day you got employed, you are very happy. You have to prepare all the time to know one day you'll have to leave that place.
Very happy.
Not your father's company.
Yes.
You have no shares.
Yes.
You
have to be very happy.
You are not a director.
Yes.
So if you are neither a director nor a shareholder in that company, then one day you'll have to leave.
Yes.
And so you would rather start preparing
And
every day you wake up to go to work, you know, my time to leave is drawing nigh.
Because there's a season for everything.
Yes.
Yes.
So now, when you see enough is enough, it's when something wrong is being done to you, and you are not willing, you're not seeing, you're not ready, you are assuming that things are going to become better.
Yes.
That's when we talk about enough is enough. It's like there is something that is not going right, but you are assuming things will be better.
Yes.
Your hubby comes, beats you up, gives you some blows, and you feel, well, things will be better.
Yes.
Your employer comes, abuses you, sexually abuses you, you know, and you feel things will be better.
Yes.
You are praying that one day the MD will die.
Yes.
You know, so that you can have your own peace.
Yes.
You may not die.
Yes.
So it's for you to say, enough is enough. I don't want to go through this anymore.
Yes.
I want to be
now,
a real...
Now the problem, Sir Georges, is that in this guy's case, he went to the toilet. He cried for 2 days.
Yes.
He said enough, but not is enough.
No, he never said enough.
He said enough. He got out of the toilet. He walked out of the toilet. He accepted. Wakatumisha. Right? He has cried. Imetosheka, I'm not getting this job. But now, he is unable to put there is enough. Ako mtani, analewa, anakubali maisha yake zorote. Someone like this, Sir Georges, how can the society help this guy?
Now, that guy is already depressed.
Yes.
He needs somebody to counsel him.
Yes.
Somebody to give him some, some advice.
Yes.
Some counseling. So I think it's for you to go and talk to him because he's your friend.
Yes.
Sit down with him, take him to a counselor so that he can be able to transit from being an employee to being an employer. You see, that guy can be an employer.
Yes.
Just a matter of shifting his mind. If he can be able to shift the mind to another level now, he can be an employer. Because we are not born to be employees.
Yes.
We can also be employers.
We can also
when you see yourself as an employee, also try to see yourself as an employer.
Yes.
Because the one who has employed you is a human being.
Yes.
You think he was born at 15 months?
No.
Was he born at 2 years?
No.
How many months?
12 months. Probably.
12 months?
Yes.
Nobody has ever been born.
9 months.
So 9 months.
Yes.
And it could be that person was born even prematurely.
Yes.
Was in a nursery somewhere. Maybe you were born at 9 months. So what I'm trying to say is, when you see somebody being your employer, also see yourself being on the other side, being an employer. Don't lament, don't cry, don't feel like you've been humiliated by being sacked.
Yes.
If somebody sacks you, then you start thinking on how you can be like him.
Actually, Sir Georges,
bring that guy to me.
Actually, Sir Georges, I'm trying to figure this out. Actually, enough is enough. Is the dawn of a new era.
Yes,
a good thing.
Yes.
There is an artist in Jamaica.
What I said, before you go there, I said water is in liquid form.
Yes.
If you boil it, it says enough is enough.
Yes.
And it transits into vapor.
Yes.
Do you know what happens the next time? Once it evaporates, it condenses.
Yes.
And the next day it comes down as rainfall. And we are very happy.
Yes.
So you have to know that you can transit from any form to another form.
Yes.
From an employee, from a student to an employee. From an employee to an employer.
Enough is enough. Is the dawn of a new era.
Yes.
There is an artist in Jamaica who captured the attention of national media, international media, because this guy had taken his songs to very many radio stations, and they were not playing his music. And he got to a point that there's this particular radio station that he loved it, the big station in that city, in the Kingston town, China Stafari, right there. The guy was taking the song there, they're not playing it. One day they were having their show, playing their show, they played Floyarico ground floor, playing the music, then suddenly they hear some noises. You know? people are making noise, people are crying, people are shouting. There's a problem in the city. There's fire in the city. And when they looked up, it was the artist. Ako kwenye gorofa. Ako na CD yake. Anasema leo, enough is enough. If you don't play my song, I go die. Anaruka.
I will come down.
Yes, anaruka.
Tumbling down.
Yes. Amekaa pale juu na CD yake. Ikabidi the manager of the studio, wasanii wengine
climbed up.
Hapana, wako pale chini. Wanamwambia, no, today we are going to play your song. In fact, we're going to give you an interview. We put it number 2 trending kila mahali. The guy akona radio lake pale. Ana communicate now. Anaambia, all right,
take the
CD do hii. Hata situpi CD. You guys have my song. Yeah, tuko nayo. Come on, play it. Go make a bang 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 bang. The guy's song was played. You know? Ilichezwa, despite the fact that unajua ukishuka, once you try to do that, definitely the law will take its course.
Yes.
But even after the law took its course, it changed the mindset. In fact, because you know most of those radio stations, huko, the people who are not playing the songs were nikakate. But the management can understand that there are guys who are bringing their songs, doing these things. Na inakatazwa kuchezwa. So it changed the whole, you know, it changed your situation yote. Ukapata kwamba sahi their songs they are being played. There was a major paradigm shift situation ya hiyo how things happen there. So enough is enough.
If I were him, if they play the song, then I will say, now I want to buy your station without money. If you don't,
now again, wale pale chini, wakikwambia enough is enough. Jump.
You see, you don't threaten people.
Yes.
Number one, because when you threaten people, they can also threaten you.
Yes.
When you say enough is enough, it's in a situation where now you feel, I am at the end of myself. I can no longer take it. I can take it no more.
Which can push or catapult you to greater levels. If you take it positive.
It will definitely take you to, but you have to be positive.
Yes.
Because you don't close yourself in the toilet to cry for people to have pity on you.
Yes.
You first of all start by declaring, I am the greatest at the least on this planet.
Yes.
Nobody else is greater than me.
Yes.
And for sure nobody is greater than you. Your life is so precious.
Yes.
Nobody in this life is greater than you. Who sees you, small boy, it is yourself. So if you declare yourself great and declare yourself can do all things, then you do all things.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you're watching this show, comment, tell us how do you feel. Have you ever got into that position that you feel enough is enough? What did you do? What steps did you make? How did you get over it? Because the biggest challenge, Sir Georges, is getting over it. There are some who breathe positively. Now, when it hits them badly, unapata mtu, this guy was, you know, like I told you, a top CEO. But now, enough is enough, imekosa change. Because like we're saying, enough is enough is supposed to catapult you.
No, he hasn't declared.
Yes.
That's enough is enough.
Yes.
No, he hasn't.
Yes.
He's still feeling that he ought to be working in the same company.
Yes.
In fact, if he's given the same job tomorrow, he will go and take it.
Yes.
Sometimes you need to declare. You know, I remember one time when I was an employee.
Yes.
I decided one day. I went, sat down, and my boss we were discussing things with my boss, and I admired being sitting on his seat.
Yes.
So I told him, boss, I want to retire. You want to retire? Yes. Why? Is it the salary that is not enough? I said, no. Why do you want to retire? I said, I don't want to resign.
Yes. I
want to retire. Why? Because I told him, because I want to be sitting where you are seated.
Yes.
So if you give me as your seat, then I can sit there. I will not go.
What did you do?
What do you know what I'm telling you?
Yes.
If you give me shares in this company, not buy.
Yes.
Give me shares in this company, then I will not go. so that I am a director.
Yes.
And so he told me, perfect, then you cannot sit on my seat because where am I going to sit?
Yes. You cannot sit on that throne.
Yes. This is my seat. So do what you can do. So I gave him a letter of retirement.
that one is nice.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
I became broke. It's a fact.
Yes.
I became broke. The money I had, I tried to set businesses. It never worked.
Yes.
So I went back to him. I told him, boss, now I want to come back to work. So he said, perfect. But now this is the arrangement we are going to have. You are going to be supplying me with the produce and I will be paying you. So I said, can you assist me with some money so that I can be able to buy? He said, no. You remember you told me you want to be sitting where I am seated?
Yes.
So you use your money, supply me, I'll pay you. Yes. That was a good one.
and you followed suit.
I did that. And I actually went and borrowed money from somebody and I started supplying it.
Yes.
Yes. So it is very important to say enough is enough.
Yes.
Not when you're under pressure.
Yes.
But you decide. If you see things are not working, if you want to have a salary of 2 million and you're only getting 100,000, then say enough is enough. And start having your own company.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So Georges, saying enough is enough, is it accepting in totality? Do people find a problem in accepting change, accepting the reality that mambo imebadilika and you have to ukubali kwanza? Umesema enough is enough. But have you actually accepted that now you have to go back and work extra harder and do things differently? That marriage is gone.
I'm better without.
Yes.
I'm better without, and I can do greater things without. I cannot continue holding on something that is not there.
Yes.
So it's you realizing that you are greater than the situation.
Yes.
You can do better than where you are. You can transit to a higher level than where you are. That is what it means.
Enough
is enough.
Umechoka.
That is the thing. Umechoka na ile level huko, you want to move to the next level.
Na kuaccept ni kukubali.
Kuaccept ni kukubali, wewe ni unaona?
Yes.
So don't accept.
Yes.
Declare.
Ladies and gentlemen, you hear what Sir Georges is telling us. Ukisema enough is enough, Sir Georges, that means umechoka and you're ready to take a new step.
Yes.
Stronger step, bolder step.
Bold step.
Yes.
Umeona.
Lakini ukisema umeaccept, umekubali, umeshinda.
Ni accept.
But you can accept and move on, right?
No, you don't accept and move on.
Sinasikia kwa wanaambia accept and move on.
You see,
kubali
accepting and moving on is if somebody also, you can actually accept and move on when you realize that somebody tells you, for example, your wife comes and says, babe, I have got enough of you. I no longer need you. I feel I was not created for you. Okay?
Kwa Sir Georges. Sasa babe akuja kuambia enough is enough.
Yeah. No. She's not declaring that enough. It's not that she has felt she has gotten a greener pasture.
And yes, enough is enough.
Green pasture.
Yes.
You see, enough is enough.
Yes.
I see this for you to, see yourself in a higher level. You can do without. You don't have to go through what you are going through. You can do without what you are going through.
Yes.
You can become a better person without going through what you are going through.
Yes.
That is enough is
enough.
Accepting and moving on
is,
for example, your employee comes and tells you, your manager tells you, boss, now I feel I want to move to another challenge.
Yes.
This was your greatest employee. This is your greatest person in that company. You have thought always that this is your piece, in that company.
Yes.
So what do you do?
accept and move on.
You accept. You sign the acceptance letter.
Yes.
I mean, there is the initial letter and say, fine. That is accepting. You have accepted, and you have moved on. Your wife comes and says, "Babe, you know what? I have been in love with you, but I no longer love you. I don't feel you. I no longer feel you. So instead of you killing yourself, you accept now and move on, like your friend. Your friend who was sacked.
Yes.
The company said enough is enough.
Yes.
The bank said enough is enough. This guy maybe he was failing to come to work, so they said enough is enough.
Yes.
Now this guy should have accepted and moved on.
Wow.
So in other words, you can also see it from the other angle, that the other person, your wife, has said enough is enough. So you accept and move on.
And moving on actually is the biggest problem to some people. To many people, moving on is a big challenge.
Yes.
Hapo no shida inatokea. That's where you find that you find, I don't know, polisi alienda kapiga mwingine risasi kwa sababu ya love triangles. You find people doing all sorts of things because they have not accepted and move on. So see, someone wants to accept and move on right now. Na usimwambie. Unajua unaweza mwambia,
you can lay the hand.
Anawekea mkono mwambie, I want you to accept and move on right now in the mighty name.
Yeah.
Anyway, what advice will you give someone who is in the level or is in the state of accepting and move on right now and they're finding it?
Yeah, I would say that person maybe has said,
yes,
enough is enough.
Yes.
You have put all your efforts.
Yes.
In that family.
Yes.
You have given everything in that family.
Yes.
And your hubby or your wife is saying, enough is enough.
Yes.
So it's the time now you realize that actually maybe what he's telling you that she was not created for you, he was not created for you. Maybe that is the truth. So you need to accept that and start afresh.
Yes.
Yes, I know maybe you have those children of yours and you're feeling like without her, those kids are going to have a lot of problems. It is not true. God has given you those kids and you can handle without that man. You can handle without that woman. And so it's you to accept it now. And move on, start afresh. There is always a new level in your life. You can always start from something. Don't kill yourself because your life is more precious. You are more precious than anybody else in this life. You are the precious, gem of God.
Yes.
So don't kill yourself because He has said enough is enough.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it right from Sir Georges.
Yes.
Now, when it's time to accept and move on, you have to accept and move on.
Yes.
Hakuna kitu ingine ambayo unafaa kufanya la ziada.
And when it's time to say enough is enough,
enough is enough. Unajua unapata Sir Georges. Kabla tuseme hivyo. Kuna watu watu kwenye siasa. Kama rais wetu mstaafu, ilikuwa imefika wakati wa kusema bye bye. Bye bye, Sir Georges. Why is it so hard to say bye bye? Why is it so hard to accept? Ni nini? Kwa sababu umewapatia situation. Now they want to move on. But why is it so hard for some people to accept and move on even before you sign out? Nini?
Basically, human beings
Yes.
have a tendency not to accept a new environment.
Yes. Mabadiliko.
Yes. Wherever we live, whatever we do, we feel this is what we were created to do.
Yes.
So most of the time, we don't feel like we can start a new venture. We can start a new life. We can live in a new place. For example, the estate that you live in, you don't feel like there is any other estate that is good in this country.
Yes.
You feel your estate is the best. So that is what makes people unable to move on. Because you feel, the relationships that you have are the best.
Yes.
So there is that tendency of contentment without godliness. what is supposed to be precious to us is contentment with godliness.
Yes. Hapo ndio mtu at least anapata.
That is what is called great gain.
Yes.
Without godliness, there is no gain. So we need to understand that we need to have godliness with contentment, and that gives us great gain.
Yes. So Georges, because there's some people, there is a myth or iko ni tamaduni. Hata si tamaduni, ni belief that when you stay with someone for too long and they pass away, unapata unaambiwa na watu kwamba huyu asipomwachilia atamfuata. Now that is where acceptance comes, and very many people find it hard to accept when their loved ones have passed away. Sir Georges, what do you tell people in such situations? And that's even before that, is it true that kama uja accept mtu ameenda, kuna vile unaweza kufuata? Tunasikia wanasema unamfuata.
You see what happens?
Yes.
The problem is not the one who has died.
Yes.
The problem is the one who is living. If you don't believe that the one who has died, you still keep on thinking and believing that you can still fellowship with this person.
Yes.
So your mind is connected to the other person. And it's like you are not able to, make decisions.
Yes.
Because if you are consulting the other person, then you feel you need to consult that person. So it is not about the one who has died. It is about the one who is living.
Yes.
It is about you who is alive. So you need to realize that this person has died.
Yes.
And you need to start your life alone. You have to move alone.
Yes.
So that's why we say, accept this person is dead.
Yes.
And move on. If it's to marry, remarry.
Yes.
You see, like another friend of mine is a pastor. The wife died of corona, and within less than 1 year, he was married.
Yes.
And people were saying that this man did a mistake. So I was wondering, surely, when do you think somebody need to marry? Remarry. If the other one has died, you can even marry the following day.
Yes.
If you cannot live alone, for example.
Yes.
Or if you have somebody you want to marry.
Yes.
So it's not about, all of us have ability to adjust.
Yes.
Depending on our ability to perceive and understand things.
Yes.
So we need, accepting and moving on depends with individuals.
Yes.
So it's very important for you to accept that it is done.
Yes.
It is gone.
Yes.
I have been divorced.
Yes.
And since I have been divorced, I have to move on.
Yes.
Get another person and marry.
Yes.
If you want to marry. If you don't want to marry, then get to your own house and start cooking for yourself.
Yes.
Or if somebody has died, then you need to understand this person you'll never meet again.
Yes.
It's gone.
Yes.
So you now start thinking on how do you live with this person.
Yes.
Yes.
And can it affect you to that point wanasemanga mtu unamfuata? Hiyo story ya kufuata mtu ni kweli?
Kufuata kufa pia wewe? Of course.
Huwa nasikia wanasema unaweza kufuata.
You see, like now your friend is over drinking.
Yes.
Because he has refused to move on.
Yes.
So what happens is if you don't believe that this person is dead, and you keep on mourning that person, your health is affected. Eventually you'll die, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you become ill, you become sick, then you die. Of course you have followed him, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to move on. It's time to be people who can accept change, because change is constant. Change itakuwa. So it is time that we actually accept. Kama situation imekuja, accept and move on. And most importantly, say enough is enough.
Yes.
Declare
It's enough.
Boldly. Take a bold step.
If it's affecting you,
if
it's affecting you negatively, you are not happy, it's making you moan and cry, then say enough is enough.
Yes.
And if you are the one whose tables are being turned on, then accept and move on.
Yes. Do not let anything beat you down. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an inept power in us. We can be anything that we want to be. We can achieve what we want to achieve. As long as we focus and put our minds to it. If it has come time for you to accept and move on, accept and move on, because it is a new chapter that is coming. It is a new day that is coming.
Yes.
It is a new dawn that is coming. Yani ni mwangaza unakuja kwa maisha yako. All you need to do is to open your heart, open your mind, open your eyes, and then open your arms.
And believe
Yes.
that you can do all things. There is nothing impossible with you.
Yes.
Whatever a man can do,
a man can
do.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a good episode right here on Planet Gym, where everything is green. Feel free to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so that anytime we upload a new episode, you are getting it. Unakuwa wale watu wa kwanza kabisa kupata episode zetu.
Yes.
And also don't forget to follow Sir Georges on Facebook and follow Eltezi Mr. Riebebe on Facebook. Guys, your life is precious. Accept, move on boldly. Na mambo yatakuwa mzuri. Asante.